Now we're going to switch, I believe, to the webcam one. How does this sound? Let me know your feedback in the comments. There's like a 20-second delay, so I won't know for a moment. Hopefully this isn't excruciating in the meantime. But yeah, where do you all live? That's always something that I find of interest during these live streams. Sometimes people are tuning in internationally, which is very cool. I remember back in my YouNow days. Do you guys remember that site, YouNow? It used to be Blog TV. She also live streamed there. She's an OG. Um, they had like a video guest feature. Does Twitch have that? That's where the cool kids are nowadays, right? Twitch. And I would have people co-host via video from like Germany and Australia, I think, one time, or Russia, and it was always cool to hear people's unique stories, just, based on where they grew up. This is way better, according to Moti. Well, thank you for the feedback, Moti. And Trickbox. Okay, perfect. Wow, good to know. I always thought that the mic on this little camera was worse, but maybe I've never actually heard it myself and just assumed. We all prefer a different EQ. Birds of different ear. I don't know where that's going. California wine country. All right. I have relatives in California. I'm actually planning to visit there during the holidays. Fingers crossed. I haven't made solid arrangements yet. Arizona, Ashna tea. I've never been to Arizona, but what are the defining characteristics? I am going to say outright, I lack knowledge on geography and like different places that I've not been myself. So I may come across fairly ignorant if I haven't visited your home base. South Carolina, I've not been there. A couple people close to me have lived in or visited North Carolina, but not South. So, yeah. Once again, defining characteristics. Vegas, also never been. Wow, you guys are really. I should do. Hi David, I really like your channel. When will I make a video with Jazza? Okay, so Jazza is, for those of you who were not subscribed back then, this was like 2015. He is a Brit, lives in London. I spent some time there for a semester abroad, and we did daily vlogs. We traveled from, through Edinburgh. He's a great YouTuber. He's still like consistently putting out content, has a great channel, Rhyming with Oranges. He was like the first YouTube channel I ever subscribed to. Blah, blah, context. Jazza is planning a trip to New York in the foreseeable future and may very well be spending, a substantial amount of time with me, with my partner. Maybe there will be some videos talking about something. I'm excited to see him. I haven't seen him since I was in London. So, yeah, I miss him. Jazza, if you're here, say hello to the children. They miss you. But yeah, go over to his channel. He's been making really good videos lately, and he's so smart. It's always good to have his insight on things, and he doesn't take himself too seriously, which is one of the best qualities I think somebody can have. Arizona in a nutshell: Grand Canyon, cacti, killer bees, nice winters, and lots of golf courses. Got it. The fact that the Grand Canyon is in there, and I fully just didn't know. Moving on. Central PY. Okay, come through. Cool. So, like, I don't know. What do you guys want? I have no plan. What do you guys want to know? I have a few video ideas in mind. I realize the elephant in the room is that I don't think I've posted since April, I don't know, middle of Drag Race springtime. All of the months are a blur. Yeah, spoiler alert on adult life. I don't even know what week, month, year. She's all the same. But yeah, I have a couple like video ideas. They're very sporadic. Sometimes I want to talk about a review of a thing. Sometimes it's like a random thing I want to rant about. And I know, just make whatever. This is like, the advice I give everybody who's starting a new channel is like, just start, because the more you put out there, the more you'll figure out what you like, what your audience likes, whatever. But it's, having so much content behind, and with the channel having the library it has, it's just, figuring out the next direction to go feels like it takes more thought. It probably doesn't, but I think too hard about everything. fact of the matter is, I have a desire to make videos and to connect with you guys. It's hard for me to feel like passionate enough about an idea to really go through the whole arduous process of making a video, which I have overcomplicated to the extent that it's like more cumbersome than it needs to be. Hence the live streaming. This is a very easy way for me to connect with you guys, and I just missed you. I miss you guys. So yeah, I guess that's not really the state of the channel announcement, but it's basically the logic that created this stream and hopefully potentially videos in the near future. It's just tough, yo. So I guess a question, if we're going to like use this to touch base, is when did you guys subscribe to me? What do you like from me? What I don't know. What have you been watching while I've been away? Did you completely not register? I've been gone for 5 months because it was just like you have so many subscriptions it didn't really matter. That's what I'm finding. YouTube channels I subscribe to will be, posting these. I haven't made a video for 8 months videos, and I'm like, there's so many people on here that I love watching. I didn't notice, but I'm happy to see you back. Hello, how have you been? Cool. Yes, I am in NYC. It does suit me. I was born here. My parents lived here for like 20 years before we moved. When I was like 2.5, I visited frequently. I'm happy. I feel like it's a homecoming. I felt like I settled in really quickly, and it's good to be home. Let's see. Who else? Romakzik 75. These usernames. I want to know the genesis. I just want to ask in-depth questions about each of you, and I need to like keep up. Happy to see you live again. Since the day I went live. Yes! Okay, so Mr. Menos is talking about a live stream where I was transformed into Devita Loca. It was one of my first in-action live streams. I haven't really done many. I tried to do one where I streamed myself filming a video, which I have since contemplated again, but it just doesn't seem that entertaining. Like, if you're gonna, I don't know. I guess some people, like, I would probably be interested in seeing a behind-the-scenes thing, but audience at large, just give them the video. Like, they don't need to see the third-person perspective of you setting up, making all of the mess-ups, redoing takes. Just post the thing. There sometimes is not beauty in the process for most people. But the drag transformation was it was like 4.5 hours of, and I like fall in the middle of it because we were trying to walk in heels. It's very funny. I miss Genevieve, my friend who put me in drag from Minneapolis. All the Minneapolis queens. I miss Minneapolis, mama. It's been like a long time. Let's see. Sean Rudder, hello. Happy to see you in the chat as well. Peter Jacob, hello, hello, hello. Always good to see you. Videos of my life in New York, says Trickbox. I did New York daily vlogging. It's really tough to introduce a camera into your life if it's not your job. Well, as an adult, it is hard to introduce a camera into your daily adult life if it is not what you do for a living, because the way that you spend your time, I mean, I guess this is a box we impose on ourselves, but like, people kind of side-eye if you're not committing that much to something and somehow making a living off of it. Most of all, it's the fact that it's just like intrusive in terms of like who you're with. If it were with somebody who's like fully okay being on camera, preferably also a vlogger, then that's another thing. But all of my close friends here don't have experience being on YouTube, and like some of them might be down, but then you get to like, if that's the situation, they're like, I'm so happy to be in a vlog. I'm gonna like do everything really forced, and it's not gonna, I don't know. It's just, I guess the brief way to say it is it doesn't fall naturally into my current life, and that is paired with me not being that passionate about that content format. As far as daily, like mundane day in the life daily vlogs. If I'm going to an event, like I did that Mariah Carey concert video, that's different because it's a subject and there's a thing happening. But if it's just like day 42 of me waking up and eating breakfast and going to my job that I'm not going to disclose in this daily vlog, it's like, it just feels very empty. No offense to anybody else who does that kind of content. I know daily vlogging is a big thing, but those people are in different situations and their lives are conducive to it. Ramble, ramble, ramble. Miss you. Miss you guys too. Queen, yes. Hello, Jean Mora. Hello, Benjamin Ryan. I'm butchering a lot of these pronunciations, I'm sure. Hey, Vasco. I'm good. France. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, for those of you who just joined, we're playing a little game where you tell me where you're tuning in from. It always is interesting to me. I can show transparently how ignorant I am about where you live. I am not good at geography or defining characteristics of locations I've not visited. So now that everybody is caught up, we have like 30 people. Good day from Australia. Horizons 1. That's amazing. Okay, so does anybody remember Banana Neil? He just visited New York, and he is probably in Australia right now. He's a real OG YouTuber friend from like 2010 when I had first started. I think he was my first ever collab when we used to send videos back and forth. And I saw him in New York a little over a week and a half ago. And it was awesome. Like the first time in 4 years I'd seen him in person. I think the last time was at a VidCon. And other than that, like those are the only 2 times I think we've seen each other in person. But it was like, without missing a beat, just hanging out, not awkward. I think with that core group of people who have been on that long, the friendships that we established back then just were like purely interest-based, like the whole monetization money thing. Like people were just on YouTube to connect with people who they gelled with, and that creates a foundation for, that kind of relationship you can just like pick up. And we went to the Met Museum, and it was super fun, and yeah. Because he's in Australia. That's what started that whole train of thought. But shout out to Banana Neil. What else? There's lots of stuff happened while we were telling that story. Texas, Lamar, hello. I've never been to Texas either. Andrew, hello. Respect that I'd rather stay true to my brand. As if I have. What is her brand? If you even look at the shelves, too many different things. But no, thank you. I appreciate you seeing my point of view. I feel like I over-explain it, but I appreciate the validation. She needs to find the middle between transparency and being overly verbose. Hello, Trickbox. You're also from Philly. I have been to the UK. I'm trying to figure out, like, it seems I haven't been most places you guys live. Bellingham, okay. Hello, Benjamin. UK. So we're in the UK. Thank you. The beard, I guess if we're going to give me a brand, the beard is part of the brand. So there is that. Hey, hello from Manhattan. Okay, hey, Adrian. Cool. We're both relatively in the same ginormous city. Welcome to the stream. You're from Spain, Ivan. Welcome. I have been to Spain. I've been to Barcelona when I was in like that semester abroad thing. It was really cool. Definitely, I don't know. It was a weekend, and it was sort of like one thing and the next thing. The person I was traveling with was very much the walking tour type of traveler, which it's a gig. But I saw La Sagrada Familia, and I saw this the park on the hill, and I'll stop before I embarrass myself with not knowing what anything is called, but it was very beautiful. Cool. So UES, you're on the UES as well. Where am I? So I'm logging in from New York. New York City, Manhattan, Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, Southern Hemisphere, Earth, come through. Let's see what else. Las Vegas. We're really staying on this geography trend. All right, come through. From Brazil, come to Brazil. Cool. Oh my God. I think that we have most continents represented at this moment in time. We don't have anybody from Africa. That was another, like, a guest on You Now, like a video guest came in from, I think it was, Nigeria, possibly. Somebody, and talked about, like, coming out and what it was like growing up there as a gay person, and it was very, I don't know, the internet is a magical place, still, amid all of the other stuff that goes on on the interwebs. I visit Nevada, Cali, South people would totally be there. I should have a meetup. I would be visiting more like the northern part, like San Francisco, Berkeley kind of area. Do you guys remember meetups? R.I.P. um, France. Okay, good. I've been to Paris for a weekend. Um, cool. Hey, humble Hufflepuff. How is you doing? Um, Cali, New Mexico. All right. Wait, they've been. That's so nice. Fans for years and years. I do appreciate that like people have stuck by throughout the many years that I have had a YouTube channel. It's crazy that it's been almost 9. No, yeah. In January it'll be 9 years. Um, so okay, we've established where everyone lives. Have you all seen A Star Is Born? I feel like we knew this was going to come up. I just want to get a temperature check on where we are, what number viewing we are on, because I have thoughts and I can't stop talking about it and I need to see it more times than I've seen it. But, it's one of the priorities I think everyone should have, to view this content and to support Lady Gaga in her efforts to win an Academy Award. Just saying. Vasco has seen it. We don't need to sit here and talk about Lady Gaga for this entire time. Okay, cool. The Humble Hufflepuff is new. How did you find me? New in what way? Was it suggested against a RuPaul's Drag Race thing? Or did a cover come out next to a Sam Smith video? Was it because of the collab I did with Ash Hardell? Shout out. Queer icon and legend. I hope you're doing well. I miss you, Ash. How? I genuinely, when people like say that they are, sometimes, every now and then, few and far between, but still, I'll like get recognized by somebody just in New York, because there are like a ton of people who live here, so sometimes somebody has been a subscriber and says hello. And it's very interesting to hear like at what point somebody subscribed or how they found me, because I just feel like through the years I've been many different sort of YouTubers, so it's always interesting to see what kind of different things people found to connect with. Oh, hey Eski, thank you. I missed you too. Sean, you were 29 when you started watching me. It's wild. Time flies. I mean, you haven't seen, okay, so nobody's like seen A Star Is Born? Okay, no, Vasco has seen it, but that's, Vasco is still the single person who has said, Mr. Menos has not seen it. Let's see. Sean has plans to see it. Wow, Humble Hufflepuff recommended tab. Okay, come through, recommended. YouTube's algorithm, it gets a bad rep, but she's being put in recommended, so maybe I should buy her a drink. Own Your Crazy says, is it possible that, like many other videos I've been subscribed, you've outgrown this medium, not seen the movie yet, Circle No Square? Circle No Square, the legend. I thought about, side note, I thought about just changing it back to Circle No Star, which is the username, and just, trying to separate David Levitz from Circle, I don't know. It's a weird username, but it is possible that I've outgrown. The thing is, like, I am not quick to say, like, YouTube as a medium defines its content, because I have since, like, I've interacted with people who are not huge nerds in my adult life. People like to say that YouTube, I don't watch YouTube, as if it's like a kind of content, but that's like saying I don't watch, like, it's just a platform, is what I'm getting at. Like, the platform doesn't define what you put on there. You could put a short film on here, you can put music covers, you can put stunts, you can put dance videos, you can put basically anything you would want to have a platform you can put on here. So I don't like when people like pigeonhole it and say, oh, I don't watch YouTube, like, and they just think of it as vloggers or as prank people or makeup gurus, whatever sort of comes to mind. I do think, however, that like somebody's channel can brand them in a certain way, and like put them in kind of like a box if they let it. So that may very well be a good point in that like I might have outgrown the content that I've previously created, but I think that this is not the first time I've reached that kind of a moment, and it doesn't necessarily like put my ability to continue it at detriment. Like I've made a lot of content transitions, which is the whole reason that there's like so many different kinds of things on the channel. It's just that previously I've been much more quick to like just do, okay, if this isn't working, just do this because I just wanted to keep it going. It's harder now that like I have a full-time job and there's not, for a little bit of time I thought I was going to be a YouTuber, which I'm very glad that that is not what happened, because that whole side of like putting monetary pressure on a channel is not a thing I desire to introduce into my life. But that was what motivated just like finding the next thing, and that aspect of it I would love to just like grab onto if I can make it work within my new, I guess, priorities. So yeah, yes and no. Have I outgrown YouTube? Yes and no. Mariah being an advisor on The Voice, I'm here for it. I think advisor, that's not a full-time job, right? Like that's just like a mentor, like how they would have a guest of the week. If that's the case, I'm fully about it. If they're trying to rein her in week to week, we all know how American Idol went. And I'm not saying anything was her fault, but there are a lot of people who want to target her. You guys think Nicki Minaj is a conflict? Just imagine all the people behind the scenes who could potentially want to sabotage our skinny legend. I do not wish for her to be bound to weekly obligations on a judging panel. Okay? To quote Christina Aguilera, she's sick of sitting. That moment, though. Okay, the Liberation Tour is really giving me everything. Christina Aguilera's voice has come back with a vengeance. We have not heard her delivering vocals of this caliber since Bionic was released. If you haven't seen the tour videos and you are a Christina fan, she hasn't lost it. It was just in hibernation for a decade. Go and watch. Also, buy Caution on iTunes November 16th. Looping it back to Mariah. We're very excited about the era. With You is my personal fave of the trifecta of singles that have been released thus far. But it's a strong aesthetic. All of them together as a package. I'm real behind on this chat. Here are we. It's been a while. How are me and the BF, Gokai Ryugen. Hello. We're good. Everything is, we're both now finally like in the swing of our jobs and living in the new city and all of that, and things are going nicely. You saw A Star Is Born. Congratulations. And you saw it on the day. So same. We both saw it with our partners on the day it premiered, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Take the YouTube algorithm out for a drink. I should like put that as some sort of a tagline. Ashnati, it would be cool if I made a Discord server for page. Okay, I like Discord. I've heard about it in recent months. I'm always late to the party with new things. But I like the whole kind of idea and thought behind it, and I feel like that would be a cool way to like keep a conversation going with you guys. So maybe Discord, I should look into it. What is my sign? I'm a Gemini. 0 need help. So make of that what you will. I'm also an ENFJ. I'm also a CD on the DISC assessment. She's gotten all the corporate labels, mama. Ashanti, you think you subscribed after watching some of my LGBT-related videos while trying to find inspiration for coming out? Awesome. That is definitely a through line from the first video I made through most recent, and it's always cool to hear how people were impacted, because that was me. Before I made videos, and I would subscribe and see the coming out stories, and it was fundamental in building my confidence as a queer youth, as they say. Discovered coming out video. Okay, humble Hufflepuff. Your bi. You consider your main LGBTQ plus identity. What do I do for work? Says Thea Eski. Um, oh, you also said that's what happens when you take 6-year break. Your vocal damage heals. Maybe Mariah needs to take a page out of her book. This is, I mean, where is the lie? That's fair as an assessment. What do I do for work? I work within. I'm still doing YouTube sort of stuff. Just instead of for me, I do it for other people. I work as what they call a strategist. So I figure out how to like best position videos on the platform for various clients. And it's honestly really refreshing to like take myself out of the equation and just like get as good at the process as I can without having that burden of like caring so much about the video and like having me as a person be a part of that equation, but just like maintaining objectivity and saying like, okay, how we have point A, point B, what's the best way to get it, through that pipeline and make it fun, and it's good. It keeps my mind busy. It's a really cool fit. So yeah, that's what I do. What else? What else? Hello, Sibylle de Bemo. um, oh my gosh. So Ashna you came out to your family 2 weeks ago. Congratulations. That's amazing. Yeah, wow. LGBT plus YouTube. Was that, wait, its National Coming Out Day was October 11th. Did you come out on, right, it's the 24th. So yeah, that would be like on National Coming Out Day you came out. That's amazing. Many LGBT plus YouTube channels have moved across to Instagram video due to guidelines surrounding advertisers, its impact on their earnings. What are your thoughts on this? I actually didn't know that. I mean, I know like LGBT content on YouTube has not had the best relationship with being ad-friendly or being deemed ad-safe. There was the whole scandal where safe mode was rolled out and like, I mean, half of my channel is still demonetized and not stuff that really warrants it. Just like, I think that my Being Gay in High School video, which is a very vanilla Disney Channel advice, like, I still stand by it, but I don't think there's anything objectionable in there, is not monetized, which is a little meh. Instagram video as an alternative, from what I've seen, I haven't like subscribed to anybody on there in terms of my own viewing, but just like looking at it, reading about it, and just sort of doing some peeking around. I don't love it as a platform. There are like a lot of different things I just think could be better about how it all works. Vertical video is not I still don't think it really makes the most sense. But if people are going there and they're creating stuff and are able to make a living off of it more so than YouTube, then that's awesome. What I'm hoping is that YouTube can take a page from that book in order to compete, and we can all have that on every platform eventually. Because yeah, Instagram video just doesn't do it for me. I still think that YouTube doesn't have a real competitor, which is part of the reason that certain issues just persist, because they don't really have to rush to fix things. But yeah. Nice to see you too, Ernesto. Hello, hello. Ernesto, am I still in touch with Neil? I'm still in touch with Banana Neil from 2010, who I was talking about earlier. But I do not believe that's the Neil that you are mentioning, and no, there are lots of YouTube friends who have shown up in videos past I no longer keep in touch with, but that's how it goes. Let's see, Sean Rutter, have I thought about using Twitch? You have friends that use it for chats with their community as well as gaming. So is there just like a chat, or do you mean like video chat like this, or is it like Discord-esque? There's like a component of Twitch that is just text chat. I have thought about Twitch, but every time, like I did YouNow for a while, and I really liked YouNow for certain features, like their guest video thing, where I could grab somebody from the chat and put them on video. But every time I try and stray away from YouTube and do like one of those external channels and then like feeding that stream to YouTube, it's always difficult to like manage the two things, and I feel like some people are left out. And YouTube is my home base above my Twitter or Instagram or anything else. It's always been like YouTube, and then these things are like external. So it just has never fully made sense for me to do something like live streaming, which is video based, on another platform. But I'm aware Twitch is where all the cool kids are, and it's definitely worth considering. I honestly haven't explored it that much. So if there's anything that's like game changing about it that you think is worth me taking a look further, then let me know. Let's see. Good luck with love an entrepreneur. Since we love an entrepreneur, don't we? Okay, so Ashna is also mentioning Twitch. Wouldn't that require more frequent streams? I have no idea how that works. If I have to meet a quota, the answer is probably no, looking at the track record on here. Hello, greetings from Switzerland. That's amazing. My partner's mom lives in Switzerland. I think I can disclose that. That's ambiguous enough. Humble Hufflepuff. If you want to know, that's fine, but you know, for our fandom, it's still difficult to come out. Yes. Yeah, that is true. And it shouldn't be overlooked. My congratulations are definitely also, like, good for you. But yeah, coming out is not, I mean, it's all based on the situation. I see time and time again, I was very fortunate to have a supportive family, but a lot of people see it as like, all right, we won, we got gay marriage, everything's fine, gay people are in media companies, and you know the Pride Parade's filled with all these corporations now, blah blah blah. But like at the end of the day, for a lot of people, it's still really hard, and that shouldn't be overlooked. So thank you for pointing that out. Do I still act, or am I full core press with my business? Okay, so I don't act anymore on stage. I don't act anymore at all. I don't know why I said it that way. I just found like, as I progressed in studying theater, I wanted too much to like branch out from being just like part of the presentation aspect of it, and I wanted to, I was always thinking about how things could be directed or produced, or like what, I just like thinking much more big picture. And like eventually I'd love to come back to theater in a role where I can sort of have a part in the full process. But right now I'm finding ways to apply that to what I currently do. I'm basically just sort of taking a step into something that'll allow me to have involvement throughout all aspects of the process that I want to, and maybe in time I will find my way back. But yeah, being like one of the pieces in a thing was not, I don't know, my strongest suit, I suppose. Yeah, that might change. Feelings change. I would have never said that 5 years ago, so who knows? What else? Sybil. Okay, I know. Every time I see an E, this is, okay, so Sybil's name is spelled Sybille. Every time I see an E at the end of the name, I just want to like, Sybil. But I won't do that, because that's rude. Cool. Sean Rudder, both. I don't know what that's response to. I'm sorry, I'm so backed up on the chat. Let's see. FBE are now using both Twitter and YouTube Live. I don't know what that means. Greetings, David. Nice to see you. Hello, Water Dragger. You would log in during the You Now days, so you remember. Good to see you again. Thank you for tuning in. It's, I'm losing track of the things. It's good to see y'all who I recognize. Good to be back. Have I looked at Chris Thompson's streams? I have not. Thoughts about big YouTubers broken up, like Mark and Ethan, Will and RJ. I didn't even know that Mark and Ethan had broke up, but I'm just not paying attention to those things, I guess. I watch like video essays, and I watch like dance channels and more video essays, and just like, I guess that's like another fundamental piece of why I don't know what to do next. The content I consume and I value at this point is like so far above the amount of effort that I can like realistically put behind. Whereas when I started, I was making stuff that was exactly like what I was watching, which is a great feeling. It's good to think like, I love the platform for this reason, now I'm contributing, and I directly recognize the value of what I'm making. I am just not drawn to watching like a couple's vlog or like most daily vloggers or whatever. If I watch vlogs, it's probably because I had a time where I was friends with that person and with them in person in real life, and then we still keep in touch, and it's a way for me to like keep myself posted on their lives. But yeah, it is difficult. Like, if it were up to me, I would spend like 80 hours doing a full video essay, scripted out, edit, and talk about something I'm passionate about. But like, there are people who have the time and will always be better at that format because I just haven't studied it and blah blah blah. And so that is the crossroads featuring Britney Spears that we are currently at. But no, I had no idea these YouTube couples broke up. Rip. Um, Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Own You're Crazy. Else be considered weird. Sorry, furries. Listen, everybody's got their thing that they want to do. Got a review of Xena's Liberation. Okay, we can go through the track list. Let's do. Maria intro. We love an interlude. Xena is known for her wonderfully moody interludes, and this is no exception. Maria, the actual song, one of my favorite tracks on the album. I'm just going to, let it go that Kanye West produced this track because it is what it is. I'm not sure where that falls in the totem pole of like the Lady Gaga Do What You Want feature of He Who Will Not Be Named, mainly because I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. But is it better or worse for Kanye to have produced this Maria song? I don't know. But she's doing it. The ad-libs at the end, love it. She's developed it live, great. What are my other standout tracks? I've actually typed up I wonder if it's on this computer, full notes of my Liberation thoughts, which I could just run down. Or maybe I should just make a really late review video. Who knows? Oh my god, there's so many irrelevant notes. What if I just search Liberation while I'm doing this? Let's make sure nobody's getting ignored. Cool. Hey Ryun. Hello. How have you been? Hello from the guy who gave you. Oh my gosh, Gary. Okay, so Gary lives in Minneapolis and gave me the bike that made me fall in love with biking. When I first came to U of M. That's really wow. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, that's wild. I now have a new bike named Raphael, who is currently in a box. I had to put him into, like, break him apart and put him in a box for the move from Minneapolis to New York, and an entire summer went by without me getting it rebuilt. Because it's a hassle to take a heavy box onto a subway to the nearest bike shop and have it put together. But the second spring comes, Mama's going to have to get over it, because there are a lot of bike paths, and I want a bike again. So, she's going to get it together. 2019. It's the year to be bold. Voldemort, he who must not, yeah, truly. Hello, John Matthews. Greetings from London. My Liberation notes are not on my computer. I could honestly search through text messages with a friend who I know I sent these full notes to, but, oh, there are my Sweetener notes. I was very hard on Sweetener, too. Sorry, Ari. Have any of you guys listened to Liberation? Are you guys keeping up with Christina's current career moves? I'm just saying, you need to appreciate her. When did this album come out? My text messages aren't even saved on this computer. Alright, it's a lost cause. What is the track list? Do we need to give opinions? Liberation. Track list. This is engaging content, y'all. This is why we get on to YouTube. Good, now helping a student in Columbia with college. Best you. That's amazing. Wait, so are you in Columbia right now? Or are you, like, doing this remote via Skype? Either way, props to you. Education is important, and that's kind of the greatest gift you can give to somebody, to help them through college. I am half Colombian, and I've never been to Colombia, and I need to go. My dad is from there. My parents haven't been there since the 80s. We all just need to go on a family trip to Colombia. But yeah, I'm a dual citizen and like embarrassed to have never been. Um, so let's see. Okay, we've got a track list. Hopefully, somebody in the comments said that they've listened to it. Let's check to see if anyone cares first. Um, Hufflepuff year 2, I'm definitely Ravenclaw. That's what I've gotten on all of the different, the Pottermore official. She doesn't do the BuzzFeed quizzes. She does J.K. Rowling direct. Um, yeah, definitely Ravenclaw, overanalyzing all of the things. Okay. You're Dutch. We bike every day. Oh, I miss Amsterdam. I need to go back. I was there at this time of year 4 years ago. Gosh, I miss it. Scared to death to bike in the USA. Minneapolis is a very bikeable city. New York, you have to just like take the bike on the subway to a park and then bike around there in a designated area. If I ever had a boyfriend, would I want to put it on YouTube? Do you think it would be a really bad move? Yes, it would be a very bad move. Again, like I have no desire to showcase my personal life. Not even because I'm like, I have to be super private or I'm embarrassed. It's just because like I'm not passionate about creating that kind of content. I'm not interested in it. Even when it comes to celebrity relationships and like, oh, these pop stars that I idolize, like Mariah and Ariana and Christina, people will say things about their relationships unless it affects the music, unless it like indirectly affects the stuff that I come to those people for, I just can't really be bothered. And so like to have content revolving just around that, it doesn't like motivate me. I'm just not interested in making that. So it is what it is. But yeah, my current partner is also very private, and it's just it's a no-go. Sorry, kids. Let's see, what else are people saying? Yes, Hufflepuff. Everybody's a Hufflepuff. Ravenclaw pride. Okay, come through. Sabrina. Okay, that's a moment. Half Colombian. Yes, I am. It is true. I am a coffee lover. Lately, it's been mainly espresso with the oat milk, which it's a fad I'm totally riding. It is what it is. Wedding bells for me in the near future. Am I getting married? Mama. One thing at a time. There's too much adult life happening already with like having an apartment and a full-time job. Weddings are a lot. I actually just went to my first like peer wedding is what I called it. I don't know if nobody says that, but okay. And by that I mean like not a family member. I had been to older cousins' weddings, but this was the first time I was with somebody who my partner had grown up friends with, and she's getting married. And it was very different. It was like kind of networky, like very, oh, I work here, where do you work? Maybe it was also part of that was we didn't know many people there, so it was very small talk. And when you're like in your mid-20s in millennial society, I guess that's what people talk about at a wedding. But it was weird. Anyway, no, I'm not getting married anytime soon. No plans in the near future. You have all of Christina's albums, with the exception of any Latino and Christmas albums. Merry Christmas. Wait, is that what it's called? It is called Merry Christmas, right? No, that's Mariah Carey's. What is, one moment. I just searched Christina Aguilera. It's been a long day, folks. Christmas Time. Is that really no, My Kind of Christmas. That is definitely the title. I was about to say. It's got one of those little twists. That is when, okay, objectively, people think, I'm going to get on a soapbox, that Christina's vocal peak was the Dirty Era, was the stripped album. That was an artistic peak. And I would say in terms of like overall sustained vocal quality, Back to Basics era was her most consistent. But My Kind of Christmas was the farthest she stretched her voice. There were some technical issues. It was during the days when it was still rather thin in tone. But in terms of like accomplishing vocal acrobatics, My Kind of Christmas was the peak moment of young Christina Aguilera's voice. I suggest a long, hard listen. I'm not saying that all the choices are tasteful or necessarily artistic, or in some cases, not even musical, but they are impressive, and she does the most. We love our extra queen. Um, so, Ariana's Sweetener, yes. I don't know, I don't have many comments on Sweetener. I don't want to start a fight. I love Breathin'. Um, what else? What else? AS4 spoilers? No, I have not. I'll watch All Stars 4, I guess, if it keeps my interest. I'm really salty about Drag Race these days, y'all. It's just not meh. Meh. Um, what else are we talking about? Am I looking forward to Mariah's Caution album? Absolutely. She's November 16th. Pre-order now, please. A little above GTFO. You know, it's growing on me. I will say, as a lead single, it's a questionable. Well, it was a buzz single. Let's keep it correct. It was a buzz single, but yeah, it is a little cheeky. She always loves a laughter moment, a touch my body, if you will. But I think With You was a good of the three. That was my choice for lead single. Some people think it's sleepy. I think that it really. I don't know. I really like it. The climax, yes, I agree. Um, let's see. An actual wedding. Might want to reread that. Wait, what? What? Wedding bells? I'm confused. So this wasn't a real wedding. This was maybe a song called Wedding Bells? Can someone clarify? Because I see that it's in quote marks, but I don't really understand what is meant. Like, you want me to cover the song Wedding Bells? I don't know. Who knows? Do I speak Spanish? Yes, a little, not as well as I should. I'm really getting in a corner. I need to be cheating out. It's just, I want to, like, be intimate with the comments, but without, or maybe my eyesight is just going. Mama's getting older. Let's be real. None of us are getting younger. Cool. You love Christmas. I'm excited for the holiday season as well. I'm excited for David Archuleta's new Christmas song. What a segue. Talking about somebody who came back from hiatus. David Archuleta, the American Idol, if you will, just came out with a really cute, catchy, well done little Christmas number and posted it on his YouTube channel. It was fairly early in its rollout, considering Halloween hasn't even happened yet, but enough time to sink in. So I suggest that you take a peek, and it's been stuck in my head all day. So that's that. That's that on that. There's like all of this sound coming from outside of the door. It's making me very alert. What else is happening? I don't know. I feel like I was on some train of thought before I was trying to talk about liberation for a moment. It doesn't seem, well, let's just do it for the hell of it. So, where were we? Searching for Maria. Liberation, searching for Maria. Maria. We're at Maria. We like the ad-libs at the end. Yes. Sick of sitting. Iconic. Truly. This is like, I don't know. It's definitely calls back to, there is a song on Lotus that this does call back to. I know Lotus is like, people think of that as the Dark Ages. People incorrectly think Bionic as the Dark Ages, which I was listening to that today. That was ahead of its time if any album ever was. Perez Hilton will not besmirch that album. But it was, I don't know. There's some song about girls or girl power on Lotus that song reminds me of. That aside, this is great. I love the production. I love the rhythm called back and forth behind the backup vocals and hers and the chanting aspect of it. It's very good. Dreamer's interlude, once again, an iconic interlude. Fall in line. I mean, I'll give you a moment to just reminisce and process. For Christina Aguilera and Demi Lovato to have collaborated with such force, I imagine Christina's team plucking Demi from the eminent Ariana and Demi power duet and just saying, you know what, Demi, you do not have to wait around for Ariana anymore. Come and be with your true idol. Because that is fully what's going on. I mean, Demi and Ari just talk about doing a duet back and forth, all these interviews for years and years. It just seems like their schedules aren't coordinating. So we plucked her from that drama and we said, listen, just bang it out in the studio. In the behind the scenes, Demi says she can't do the A live. There have been moments where she has touched it live on tour, but I appreciate her transparency. This is the vocals, it's great. I don't care. Anybody who says they're just like screaming along and they're both just being loud, give it a rest. You're not the intended audience for this song. This is everything that we wanted out of the Demi and Christina duet, so just take a seat. Like I do. Okay, so then we start this sort of string of questionable ballads. Like I do. Deserve has potential, but the production is not there for me. I do really like her vocal and the songwriting, but it's just there's this like very tinny percussion going on. It just doesn't jive for me. It sounds sort of cheap. Twice is fantastic. It is like another classic in the same vein as You Lost Me, I would say. And like Bound. Hey Burlesque, how's it going? The original A Star Is Born. Ali from A Star Is Born is truly Ali, A-L-I, from Burlesque. Just the continuation of the story. She ends up at the nightclub. She starts at the nightclub in the next movie. I'm telling you, it's the best sequel. The sequel that Burlesque truly deserved. But yeah, Twice is another ballad in the vein of those. And she does it much better live. Like the way that she's been changing it up on tour and the ad-libs, it's just really the like showcase of her ability to improv on the spot. That's redundant. Improv is inherently on the spot. You get what I'm saying. I don't need it anymore. Should have been a full song. This interlude, all the layering, why wasn't it a full song? Somebody make a remix, use the Melodyne, give it a bridge. Accelerate, I hated it at first. I still hate the music video, but it has grown on me. The remix that she released at Pride is the definitive version of the song. She's never officially released the full one, but there is a leak of it on YouTube. I highly recommend. Pipe is a waste of time. Don't even, like, Tinashe B-side, BS. No thank you. Masochist, Unless It's With You. I don't remember Masochist, really. Unless It's With You is fantastic, and the build-up at the end of, it's either at the end of the bridge or in the final chorus, there's just like a wonderful, clean walk up to this just lovely high note. It's, just closing out the album with a wonderful sense of heart and passion. And I appreciate this entire body of work. I, come through. The tour and the performances that she's given these songs on the tour has truly solidified this entire era for me, and I'm just happy for her. And that is the review for the couple people in the back who cared. So now that we've lost 80 viewers, just kidding, was the Sense8 finale good in my opinion? It was the best they could do in the time they were given. And I'm glad it at least got some sense of an ending, although I wouldn't have been mad at a comic to continue out the series and give it a closing that was a little bit more fleshed out. But that's that. Winter Carols, Blackmore's Night. Me gusta que los que habla español, gracias. So you want me to speak in Spanish? That would not be very, right? You like commenters that, this is going to reveal how bad I am at Spanish. I won't attempt. Christina in Burlesque was impressive. Nothing, Return to Soul, R&B, album of Liberation, Demi Virus, Tell Me You Love Me, Color Cards, and yes, this is true, Own You're Crazy. Okay, so I also loved Demi's Tell Me You Love Me. This is really, once again, fully built out notes, could have done a review. I think I actually built that out more and had plans to film it, and then work things got in the, this was before I even got this job, but applying to work got in the way. Both very good albums, and wonderful returning to R&B roots moments. But yeah, I would say Christina's efforts in Burlesque did go unnoticed due to how terrible the overall movie was. I don't think that her acting was bad, but honestly I think the same thing about Mariah in Glitter, as polarizing as that is. Her performance came under fire as being so bad when in reality she was caught in the middle of a terrible project. Both of those movies are versions of A Star Is Born. Everything is A Star Is Born. This is the 18th time they remade the movie, right? Right. Troye Sivan, Blue Neighborhood to Bloom. I liked Blue Neighborhood more. I don't know. No, I haven't listened enough to Bloom to have much of an opinion. I like moments of it. I think my favorite of the singles were, well, My was really promising and unique, and I liked the music video for that. And then I really liked the ballad that came out after Bloom. I haven't listened that much. I can't give a built-out opinion. What else? America's Got Talent. I don't watch America's Got Talent, but I did watch Jessie J on that Chinese vocals competition, and I loved every moment of it. I think I watched every single one of those performances. How random, and yet how fitting. And how good did her voice sound? They likely edited a lot of it in post, just pitch-wise, which they, I guess, do now on vocal competition shows. I really miss the days of Idol when it was like, everything was fake but the vocals. Like, the backstory, personalities, makeover, hair, whatever. But when they sang, if they were flat, they sounded flat. Now they're using, like, auto-tune and post-production, and it just, it's so bland. Like I Do. Oh, yeah, you like I Do. Okay, come through. Hey, David. Hey, Dre. Linthicum. Not that great with the pop culture. Sorry, I have been on a pop culture tangent for a moment. I'll get back to talking about deep thoughts and life stuff. But actually, we've been on for like an hour now, so I should start wrapping it up, but I don't want to leave y'all. I just need to be mindful of the time, because, you know, life keeps moving on. So I should come back soon, though. Genuinely, like, I don't know, I just want to check in, and if this is how it happens, then so be it, but I really should get it together and film some videos. If I were to, like, just block out a day this weekend to film something, I have a couple ideas, sort of, like, whatever, but if I'm going to make a video this weekend, what is your, like, number one thing that you would love to see from me? And it doesn't have to be something I've done before, maybe just, like, having sat down and chatted for an hour with where I'm at now. What do you think you would be interested in? Let me know. How do I feel about Orange is the New Black? I don't watch Orange is the New Black, so I don't have an opinion. Archela's Christmas song has that Mariah 50s vibe. It truly, truly does. It does look like a Target ad, I should have mentioned. Especially the opening shots. It's unfortunate, but it does look like a Target ad. But I really do, you know what I appreciate most about his Christmas single? It doesn't overuse the sleigh bells. It really leans more on the horns cliche, which is the better of the two, in my opinion, when it comes to Christmas cliches. So that I do appreciate. New Queen move that I don't know. Oh, the Queen movie, like the band. Yes, I've heard of it. I've heard about it. I've seen previews for it. I may watch it. Who knows? Freddie Mercury is a bi icon. This is true. Have you seen Brendan Urie's cover of Bohemian Rhapsody? Because that's what I'm watching. Panic at the Disco is coming here in January, and I will absolutely be there. Brendan Urie is probably my favorite current male. He's definitely my favorite current male artist. I mean, hello. Let's see. All Stars 4. Good night, Zero Need Help. What time is it? It is currently 8:10 East Coast time. All-star speculation, rumors, oh my gosh. I want to, like, preserve any sense of surprise, because as it is, we can already see all of the moves coming from these producers, so gotta try and maintain some sense of interest, mawma. Cher's Dancing Queen album. I haven't listened yet, although I find the entire concept to be highly entertaining. I should. A listen is long overdue. What else? Have I seen Slow Dancing in the Dark by Goji? I have not. I don't know what... Joji. I don't know what... I don't. How are my parents doing? Thank you for asking. They're doing well. I saw them last month for a little bit, and I talk to them really often. I love my parents. Love you, Mom and Dad. So yeah, they're doing well. Thank you. Have I watched Alyssa Edwards' Netflix series, Dancing? Oh, I see, okay. No. Is that out yet? I thought that it was coming out, but it's out now? Because I should probably watch it. I should give it a chance. Um, Game of Thrones, I don't. She's not mainstream, mama. I didn't watch Breaking Bad until that was off air either. It's not, well, yeah, it kind of is. I like just when I hear everybody talking about a show and everybody watches it, I just don't want to be disappointed and then have to, like, when people ask me about it, say that I don't like it and then be judged, so I just wait until it's over. Like, Orange is the New Black, I made the mistake of watching the first season, and I was like, the writing on this is not good. And now everybody thinks that I am salty because I have an opinion. Anyway, alright, well, I should probably start signing off. But thank you for joining, and hopefully we will see each other again soon. But yeah, if you didn't get a chance to see this live and you're watching the video playback repeat moment, thank you for making it to the end. This is like an hour-long video. I guess closing thoughts. I truly have missed you guys, and it's great to kind of like have this option to get in touch without having to go through that whole process of conceptualizing, filming, editing, just like so many points at which I can just get, sort of doubt like what I'm doing. But like coming out here, just being live and chatting with you guys is a wonderful sort of, comeback moment for me. Hopefully it's good for you too. She will try to clean things up because I actually appreciate the process of making like edited videos when I like the idea and like I'm driven to tell that story in as best a way I can. It's just, finding the right thing to ramble about where I feel like I can add some sense of value. Otherwise, I have literally a list of tons of other channels that you can subscribe to. That's definitely, I should just make a video talking about YouTube channels I'm a fan of. The promo is abundant. Okay, cool. Goodbye to Ashna, LGBT Phoenix. I play PS4, by the way, the new Spider-Man game. Come through. I've already beaten it, and she is pressed to get the DLC. Thea SK, worth the watch. Yes, okay, I will watch Dancing Queen. It is noted. I may watch that tonight. Water Dragger, last question. Because I'm American, did I ever watch Eurovision Song Contest? I always miss Eurovision, and everyone tweets about it. Jazza included tweets about it. And it seems like it would be right up my alley. It's just timing-wise, it seems like it's streaming like all day. You have to block out your time, and it's a commitment. But maybe I'll try this year. Good review your previous life goals videos and see how the present day compares. That's a good idea. Goals for the future. Okay, I can do a life goals update maybe. Yeah. Okay. Enjoy the evening, you guys. Water Dragger, good to see you on your crazy. Ashna, thank you all for joining, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Or what do I say? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll